Can we learn to be better improvisers? Bradley.
Greetings, Toastmasters and guests. A quick introduction. This is following from the pathways, from the assignments, some of you don't know, about the structures of speeches we have and the pathways that we can follow. And this one is particularly about working together with a group. So I mentioned this as a little intro because this is what happens in Toastmasters, but also because I rarely follow the rules of what I'm supposed to be doing on the topic. So I want to do that today. So there's my little intro. Greetings. Can we be better improvisers? Now you might think, what does this have to do with a group or working in a project? So I've been to stand-up comedy school and I've been to improv comedy school. And my very first I went to improv school. Then I went to comedy school. And the comedy school, the first day of stand-up comedy school, they talked about preparation. Writing and preparing, rehearsing, memorizing by heart, repeating over and over, and a structure to the way it all works, to the presentation basically. Very much like a Toastmasters meeting. We're very organized, we have our timelines, we do our jobs, we have our points in our structured meeting. What I also didn't know is when I first started improv is that, and stand-up is, by the way, it's on your own. You are alone, solitary, and it's your thing, your show. Improv, which I also didn't know before I started improv school, is always together with a group. That's how I'm bringing in my topic here of how can we work together as a group, and I'm taking examples from improv comedy. I have 3 points I'd like to give examples of tonight with how we can work together as a team, how you can be a better team player in your personal life, but probably especially in your work or studies. So in the improv world, there are 3 quick topics that I'm going to cover tonight to help you work better in a team. So number 1 is the idea of yes and. Number 2 is make your partners look good. And number 3 is we are the experts. So I'll explain each one of those. The first one is yes and. So if you think you're working with a team, you've got your partners here, and whether this is, if you think about this one, be careful, this could be in your relationships, in your family, remember that here. Because I'm going to listen to what they say. I have to pay attention to whatever they just said, and then I say, in my mind, yes, I agree, I listened, and I agree, and I'm going to build on what you said. So if you think about the comedy world, I'm going to take whatever story they said, watermelons are square, and I'm going to agree with that, and then I'm going to build on it. So this brings me to number 2. Make your partner look good. And all these 3 have very much overlap. And if you remember, try to think of these in terms of your relationships, your personal relationship. Think of this as work, think of this as working in teams. And of course, these are extreme examples because the goal of this is improv comedy. But pro tip, think about comedy in your work. Think about what if you could make your boring business meeting on Monday mornings a little bit lighter with something crazy like yes and. So, number 2, make your partners look good. Related to the yes and, it's not yes but, and it's also not no. There's no, right? Ooh, that doesn't go over well. Yes, but, I gotta throw in the Dutch here. Ja, maar. Right? But it's yes and. So now, yes, I agree, and I'm going to make him or her look good. I'm going to make my team look good. So if you think about this again in the team environment, I'm going to make them look good. If you think about it, it's so easy to pick and take the bad things and make them look bad, make you look better. think about this. It takes more energy to find the good in them and then expand it. So you want to lift them up, you want to expand, and then bring all of us up together. Okay? Yes, and make your partners look good, number 2. Number 3 is we, our team here, are the absolute world-renowned experts in this topic. Now again, if you think of improv comedy, you can see how this would work. Because, for example, there's even one sketch where you're interviewing, it's like a podcast or a TV interview, and you're interviewing the other one. And the other one is I'm going to go back to square watermelons. I don't know where I got that one. This is the expert, world-renowned, award-winning expert on square watermelons. And so if I take point number 1 and point number 2 and add it to number 3, we are the absolute experts on this topic. And here I have, right next to me here, Jim Johnson, world-renowned, award-winning expert on square watermelons. Jim, tell me more about I've never seen a square watermelon. Tell me more. That sounds fantastic. So we're again, yes, I'm agreeing. Yes, I listened. He's talking about square watermelons. And I'm going to build on it. I bet they stack better in the supermarkets, right? So I'm building on them, and I'm making them look good, and we are the experts. So there's no buts. Another improv tip, and this one is a little weird maybe, or a little different, or even difficult in a business setting or a meeting setting, but in improv, you don't want to ask questions. That sounds a little odd, but a question has to make your partner think. You don't want to make your partner have to think. You want to make your partner look good, right? And you want to make your partner continue to be expert. I'm not going to say, gee, square watermelons, where did the genetic disability of the Renaissance of the, what am I talking about, right? And then this poor expert over here has to now answer my question and think. Whereas if I'm just yes-anding them, I'm just agreeing, and remember it boosts the confidence of your partner. Yes, and make your partner look good. We're the world-renowned, award-winning experts. These come here to how to work together with a group, how to build your team, how to have more teamwork and team togetherness and uplifting. So these come from improv comedy. I implore you, I suggest to you to bring these into your personal life. I have one tiny one about your kids. If you have kids, think about this. What if your kid says, oh, Daddy, can we go to the zoo on Saturday? And let's say we don't have any time, we can't do it. We always go to the zoo. I hate the zoo, I don't want to go to the zoo. And I say, yes. And we're going to see the giraffes, and we're going to get a balloon. Wow. Can you feel that with your kids? Can you feel that with your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend? Think about yes and in your daily life. Yes and, make your partner look good. We're the absolute experts. Take it into your regular life. Thanks so much.